Okay. Hello, everyone. Peace and love to all of you out there. It's been a while since I have posted anything on this YouTube channel, Flux 369, which the meaning of the Flux 369, if you don't know, flux is change, universe, everything changes. The only thing that's constant is change, right? And the number's 369. Nikola Tesla famously said if you understood the meaning of 369, it would unlock the key to the universe. Now, I can't say I understand totally 369, but I use it in my life every day. Those numbers are magic to me. So let me get going here with the review for Asteroid City. I just tried to post my current review of it that is also on my other channel right now, Normalcy, I'm off and on, because there are times when it works great and I love it, and I'm a fan of YouTube, obviously, and I like utilizing it for career purposes. But boy, it's very, very frustrating because over the years I've had difficulty being able to post things. They've removed a lot of my videos. They've wiped out a couple of my channels. So anyway, let's just forget all about that. Let's go on to Asteroid City. Why it is such a great movie. Wes Anderson. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Wes Anderson movies. I've seen a lot of them, most of them. Bottle Rocket and The Life of Steve Zissou are the only two I've really never watched all the way through. But he has a very interesting, unique style. It's very visually beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, you might say. But they're very artificial, kind of choreographed situations where everything is staged in a way people don't really speak in his movies often the way real people speak, I think, in real life. There's something about Wes Anderson that is a little bit unusual in terms of how he composes a story. I think most of the stories don't mean a whole lot. They just really don't. It's just more like a visual eye candy. And that's about it. Now, Moonrise Kingdom, I did enjoy. That has some great music, some great visuals. Fantastic Mr. Fox, I also liked a lot. And Isle of Dogs was pretty good. But I didn't like the Budapest Hotel that great. I'll have to revisit and try it again sometime. French Dispatch, I didn't like at all. I thought it was just boring. But now he comes out with this movie, Asteroid City, that I just loved. It's almost a cartoonish kind of movie in a way. It doesn't present itself realistically as being a realistic movie necessarily. There's a lot of comedy in it. It's family oriented. It's a family story about grief. And that's first and foremost what I got out of the movie the second time I saw it. I will see it again at the big theater. It, the death of a spouse, of a mother, of a daughter, for these different family members, the five members that go through it. And Jason Schwartzman plays the father, Tom Hanks the grandfather, and there's three lovely little children and a son. And they all have different experiences in their grief. But there's also another whole set of stories in the movie. There are two, really. The movie takes place as a play, and it's in black and white. And Bryan Cranston is the narrator or the host, telling us about this wonderful play called Asteroid City, how it came to be. So we get all the backstory about the real actors and the director and the people that are making this movie and why they're making this movie, how it came to be, the writer. We get to see quite a bit from the writer's perspective and how he came up with the story of Asteroid City. And then we go to the color version, and then we see all the characters in the movie and the storyline, and it's presented in kind of a surrealistic way. I make comparisons to a lot of other movies out there that I've seen, including Close Encounters, Third Kind, 2001, Woody Allen's Stardust Memories, Citizen Kane. I mean, there are The French Lieutenant's Woman. All of these movies, I think Wes Anderson stole a little bit or was inspired by, let's say. He didn't necessarily steal it, but he was inspired by those films. And but for me, this is a unique package. There's never been a movie quite like this movie, Asteroid City. Now, it deals with a couple other serious issues. One that's coming up in the new film Oppenheimer that'll be out later this month in a few weeks. I'm really excited to see that one. But in the movie Asteroid City, we see a couple of detonations of nuclear bombs going off early in the film and then late in the film. And we see the characters go around taking snapshots of it like, oh, that's cool. Really? It's a nuclear bomb. And we know that back in 1945, or I say we know, I believe that when that nuclear bomb went off, it sent a message out there to other alien extraterrestrial life, intelligent life that I believe exists. Can I prove that to you today? Not really. But why do I believe it? Well, I've read and watched movies and films and documentaries about a lot of this information about the possibility that aliens exist, and I believe they do. But it's not something I really worry about or think about very much because they either do or they don't. Either way, it doesn't really matter what I think about it, or anybody for that matter. But in this film, we see that the aliens come to visit Earth, and they just basically are interested in a rock there, a meteorite, or they call it an asteroid, and he borrows it for a while and then brings it back. So it's a little bit. I don't think I'm spoiling the movie for you, though. This movie, I don't think you could spoil it for anybody, really. It's just impossible. I think you will enjoy the movie in your own way, and whatever way that is. And I'd love to hear from you down at the bottom about what you think about it. But I love the performances by Scarlett Johansson. She plays sort of a Marilyn Monroe type figure, I guess. And there are different discussions in the film about life, the purpose of life, why we're living it, how we're living it. And, there's some deep philosophical ideas in the movie woven in, and I won't try to touch on all of them. But again, I would invite you, make comments if you have any about it, if you see it. So I'm going to Apple computer with the photo booth library or the photo booth app that allows me to record these videos. And I'll continue to put some up now and then, hope to keep this channel alive and going. I've gotten a bunch of new subscribers over the last couple of years without posting hardly anything. So I appreciate that, all of you out there. And please check out my other channel. It's called Normal C. And again, that's NORMALSEE. And you can look that up on YouTube right now and watch the other Asteroid City video that I made for that one. So signing off here now and wishing you all well. Have a great, happy 4th of July. So long.